Everything stems from land. Avoid it if you will, but whether directly or indirectly, it's always true. You may be building a home for your family, purchasing retail space, investing in agriculture through a farm project, or even just renting an office. It all starts from the land itself. But there's a crucial mistake that most people make when thinking about both land and real estate in Africa. And it could cost you everything. But we'll get back to that in just a moment. Generational wealth itself cannot be built overnight. It's achieved through smart, strategic, and tailor-made moves specifically for you and your family. And one of the smartest moves you can make today in order to achieve this may just be found via land at home in Africa. Land has historically been the foundation of wealth, power, industry, and opportunity. And today, we're going to show you how this foundation could potentially unlock a legacy of financial security and freedom that all of us dream about. Since the dawn of civilization, land has been the foundation upon which empires were built and fortunes were amassed. Whether we look at ancient Greece and Rome, the powerful empires of Songhai, Mali, and Ethiopia in Africa, or even the great dynasties of China and Mongolia, one thing becomes clear. Control over land has always meant control over wealth, power, and opportunity. In ancient Rome, land ownership was more than a financial asset. It was the ultimate status symbol. The wealthiest Roman families built their influence and maintained their power through vast estates of farmland, which sustained their wealth for generations. This wasn't just about crops, it was about dominance over the economy and the ability to influence the future of society. Similarly, in West Africa's Mali and Songhai empires, land was at the heart of commerce, industry, and prosperity. These empires controlled key trade routes across the Sahara, turning their lands into hubs for gold, salt, and other resources. This not only secured wealth but created thriving cities like Timbuktu, centers of culture, knowledge, and opportunity. Even in Ethiopia's Aksumite Empire, land ownership was intricately tied to power. The rich, fertile lands allowed for control of vital resources like ivory and frankincense, driving trade and bringing wealth into the region. And let's not forget Europe's feudal system, where kings and nobles amassed vast tracts of land, maintaining their power through the control of agricultural production. Land was not just about food, it was about building the future. The Industrial Revolution, which changed the face of global economies, started with innovations tied directly to and based upon their land, from agriculture to the location of factories. Fast forward to modern times, and the story remains the same. Cities like New York, London, and Lagos were built on land that has skyrocketed in value, turning ordinary individuals into multi-millionaires. Industries, businesses, and even global politics all trace their origins back to it. In fact, many of the wealthiest people and most valuable businesses in the world today still owe much of their fortunes to land and real estate. So, whether we're talking about empire building in the ancient world or a legacy building as today, it is and has always been the common denominator. It's the one resource that never goes out of demand. And it's the starting point for all wealth creation. And here's the best part. This isn't just a history lesson. Understanding this connection can unlock opportunities for you today in Africa and in your own city, where untapped potential and emerging markets are waiting to be explored. From land to generational wealth, it's a legacy that has stood the test of time, and today it's more relevant than ever. So, If you're serious about building a solid foundation for yourself and your family, stay with us. By the end of this video, you will have a deeper understanding of the importance of land in Africa and also be equipped with actionable insights on how to leverage it to build generational wealth. This could be the most important step you take towards securing your future. So let's jump right into an example of how the right moves at the right time could unlock a legacy of financial freedom for yourself, your family, and your wider circle. Let's introduce Tayo and Kemi. A couple looking for a way to secure their future and build wealth in a practical and sustainable way. Their story might be surprisingly similar to your own experiences. Tayo and Kemi were exactly where they thought they'd be. Successful professionals living in the heart of Lagos, navigating their careers with pride. But despite their achievements, something felt off. After all those years of hard work, why did they still feel stuck? They were making good money, but no matter how hard they tried, the future always seemed uncertain. Their bank accounts were full, but their sense of long-term security empty. It was as if they were running a race with no finish line in sight. Then came the moment that changed everything. A piece of advice that hit like lightning. Everything stems from land. She told them that real estate wasn't just an investment option, but could rather be the foundation of something much bigger for them. But Tayo and Kemi weren't convinced. After all, isn't that just another risk, another potential distraction? But the more they looked into it, the more they realized their problem wasn't income. It was a lack of a long-term plan. They didn't need a quick fix or another savings account. They needed a strategy that aligned with their future. And so, they took a leap. They decided to buy a small plot of land, not just as an asset, but as a foundation for something bigger. It wasn't just about owning property for the sake of owning property. This was about their future, their family, and their legacy. They would build rental homes, something tangible, something that would grow with time, not just in value, but in significance. At first it was slow. They were patient, deliberate, but over the next few years, that single decision snowballed into something extraordinary. The rental homes they built weren't just an income source. They became the key to their passive and generational wealth. Their dream was finally becoming their reality. So what was their key moment here? Like so many around the world, Tayo and Kemi had been caught in a familiar mindset trap. Working hard, saving diligently, yet still finding themselves far from the financial security they hoped for. They were realizing that in today's world, it's nearly impossible to build real wealth or even financial comfort from just a 9-to-5 job. But their story wasn't just about making a purchase. It was about breaking free from the belief that financial security has to fit a predefined mold. They were beginning to see that their path to wealth could be different, rooted in the land that connected them to home and to new opportunities. What Tayo and Kemi found wasn't just financial freedom, it was a sense of belonging. They weren't just building wealth, they were building a legacy for their children, their community, and themselves. For the first time, they could look at their future with a sense of calm and relaxation. The truth is, the most powerful wealth-building opportunities don't come from the usual places. They come from stepping outside the familiar systems and embracing the people and resources right in front of us. Real estate in Africa isn't only a genuine option for many of us, it's also a potentially powerful tool that could fit uniquely into your life and financial journey. Like Tayo and Kemi, your wealth doesn't have to remain a dream. It can become a reality, one step, one decision at a time. Tayo and Kemi's journey is inspiring, but it's not unique. In fact, their story is a reflection of a much larger truth, a truth that challenges the way many of us have been conditioned to think about wealth, security, and investment. For so long, we've been told that wealth is built through traditional financial systems, stocks, bonds, savings accounts, and retirement funds. And while these might work in some parts of the world, they aren't always the best fit for the unique landscape of Africa and its diaspora. In reality, true wealth, the kind that lasts generations, often comes from something more tangible, more rooted. And that's land, real estate, the very ground we stand on, and the buildings we interact with. For too many, this connection to the land, to Africa itself, has been overlooked or misunderstood. Here's the truth. Many people think investing in African real estate is risky, that it's complicated or only accessible to a select few. But that's the narrative we've been fed for years. The reality is far different, and it's time to change that story. Despite numerous well-documented roadblocks to this vision of Africa's future, the opportunities are clearly laid out in front of us, whether we choose to see them or not. It's evident in the land, in the multitudes of real estate markets that are rapidly expanding across Africa's cities, towns, and rural areas, each with vast potential. What Tayo and Kemi realized is what tens of thousands of others are also now waking up to. Investing in real estate doesn't need to just mean buying property. It's about building a legacy that builds your life now, as well as a solid foundation for your children, nieces, and nephews. It's about securing financial freedom in a way that's uniquely suited to your goals, your family's needs, and this continent's potential. That means while you might decide on renting a retail location to start a local store in a neighboring town, another person watching this right now might be deciding to split the costs of buying agricultural land with two friends in order to start a farm. A third person may in fact be thinking of buying, renovating, and then reselling an old commercial warehouse as a mixed-use location with office, retail, and residential units. But it's more than just financial freedom. It's about reconnecting with something bigger, something we've been disconnected from for far too long. For those in the diaspora, the sense of disconnection is even more powerful. Many will remember growing up with stories about how things were back home. You've seen the news, you visited during holidays. But for so long, it's all felt like something distant, something you couldn't fully understand, or weren't sure you could, or were even meant to be part of. But even this narrative is changing too. Alright, so it's that time of year again. You're planning your December trip back home, reuniting with friends and family, taking in the atmosphere. But are you where you wanted to be this time last year? Let's be honest, for most of us, the answer is no. We all have that goal we said we'd get to someday, like finishing that construction project that's been draining your money and weighing heavy on your mind. Imagine if instead, it became an asset earning you rental income and giving you real peace of mind. How would your life change next year if these things were finally achieved? No more excuses and a massive weight off your shoulders. This December, Estate Sensei's consultative support services offer you exactly that. Smart moves, less stress, and real progress. Not only helping you take practical steps towards your goals, but also improving your day-to-day life and setting you up for long-term success. Think about it, even the best athletes and CEOs work with mentors and coaches to reach their next level. So whether you're starting out or just feeling stuck, Estate Sensei exists to help you break through and achieve your goals back home. After all, it's right there in the name, Estate Sensei. We're here to help guide, support, and empower you every step of the way. From relocating back home for work or retirement, to business startup or growth, all the way through to real estate-related needs like new constructions, uncompleted buildings, property purchases and sales. Our tailored support packages ensure you have the capacity and plans to move forward with confidence. This year, consider investing the cost of just one less party or dinner into something potentially life-changing. Even our entry-level support service will bring your goals that much closer to being within reach. It could be what makes all the difference, so believe in your vision, believe in your mission, and back yourself to achieve by reaching out to us today. There's no time to waste. The year is almost done, and we only have a limited number of support slots left. Those who sign up by Black Friday will receive both a free country guide and a complimentary 45-minute strategy call to map out their goals and help eliminate roadblocks. So the only way to guarantee your place is to book right away through the link in the description below this video. Estate Sensei Consultative Support Services. This could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Make 2025 your year to finally achieve what matters most to you. Click the link in the description below to get started. Take this chance now for you and for your family before the opportunity leaves you behind. Thank you so much for watching this video. It truly means the world to us as we grow this channel and work toward building a vibrant, supportive community of like-minded people just like you. This is only the first of a two-part series. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated when the next part goes live. While you're here, give this video a like if you found it insightful. It helps us reach more people who share our vision. Once again, thank you for being part of this journey with us. Together, we're creating something extraordinary. See you in part 2.